So I'm going to talk some more about my visions and stuff. So yeah, I talked to you about my lady. I really like it when she comes to visit me. I really miss her when she's been away for a while. And I know she wants me to share. She keeps teaching me to share. So that's what I'm on here doing. I'm on here sharing. They've shown me in the future the garden, right? Trees and plants is all alive. They're all alive. They can hear you. They know you. They know when you leave your house. They know when you come back. I have trees outside in my yard. I talk to my trees. I hug my trees. They know me. They protect my yard. They create an energy field over my yard. And they know that I'm the owner. Okay, so they know me for sure. And you need to know a lot of trees are like this with their people. They know you. They feel your energy because they work for you. Okay? Now all the animals and all the creations here that are outside our body, they're here to show us an image of what is inside our body. So the trees serve a really good purpose for the as above, so below, because they're above the earth, right? And they're also below the same amount, right? And it's likewise with us. We're above, but inside we're very deep as well. Same thing with like the root system. It's to remind us of veins, right? In our lungs, and our veins in our blood stream, right? And how our body is to like tap into the earth with our bare feet. We become grounded like a tree. With your Christ oil harvest, you'll know that you have the 12 fruits each year, once a month, right? Because your body follows a natural rhythm to the planet. It's tuned to this in the womb, even with the moon. And so when you're in the womb, your body's mostly tuned to the moon because you're in a dark space, right? You can see the light through the womb, but it's tuned to the moon mostly because you're in the waters of the waters. And then when you come out as a man upon the land, you're to further, access the light. So you're supposed to follow the sun as the primary source of light because the sun is the greater light and the moon is the lesser light. We follow both the sun and the moon because that's when your alchemy harvest comes into play. So the sun is literally a cycle of 12, and then the moon 13. It floats above that of the moon, of the sun. The moon cycle floats above the sun cycle, and then they meet up at a certain time during the month because of the natural cycles. This can all be tracked with math, using mathematics. So I'm really good at mathematics. I enjoy math. I enjoy deciphering. Puzzles are my favorite. Word flip scripts, text twists, Scrabble babble. I love all that kind of stuff. So I'm able to take scripts, like window, for example. The window is found on the pyramid. The window is pertaining to Mars. The window is pertaining to Earth. You look at the word window in your gematria calculator and you'll find that it's number 88. Well, a window looks like 88 on purpose. So there's so much here that we could learn about this system using English and Italian and Spanish, and these are languages I've studied. We could use French. I have a friend, he's French. He knows about that language. All the languages come from the wheel, though, the zodiac, because the zodiac is pertaining to the constellations that are the stars connected. Okay, and the dot and the pole, the ring and the pole, that's also pertaining to the number 10, because the number 10 is literally a pole and a ring. And it's also pertaining to the fertilized egg. And I can show lots of illustrations for this, but I'm just talking today. I don't want to do a bunch of writing. But yeah, so I wanted to share something about that, but I also want to talk about, what she's shown me in the future regarding the earth as being a garden. At some point in man's history, we all come to realize that we have to take care of each other. We work better when we work like the ants. Okay? We can create cities when we come together. We're capable of so much. But our system right now is mostly focused and centered around money. Okay, and so man has to learn to get away from money. You need to know, money hasn't been here for very long. Man used to deal in shells. And they had a lot of stuff which was called trade. So trade was very, very important for a long time. And a person's trade had a lot to do with what they were capable of doing. So they had different fields that they would go into. Some would go into like literal fields, right? And they would grow food and they would trade their food. Some people had a cow. Some people had skills in carpentry of building stuff, and they would work out trades between their fellow man, and lots of trades were considered fair trade. Okay, so it really wasn't like an issue back then, but today it's grown to be such a big deal. A lot of people no longer trade. They don't understand the concept of trade. So when it comes to trade, though, we should probably start learning to, develop our skills. Like when it literally comes down to it, what are you capable of creating with your hands that you could trade? What could you put your work and time into that you could trade? So a lot of people right now, they're putting their energy, which is their equivalent of money, and, everybody's energy is valued at a different level of money value. Like some people only make $9 an hour, and then some make like 20. Does that mean that their energy is valued more? I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I really don't like those kind of systems. I prefer the trade. So I wanted to talk about that, but yeah, so man in the future, they become more tradespeople, right? And they all really start to go for the gardening thing, literally. And we start developing a relationship with the plants further than what we have today. So a lot of the plants I've seen in the future, like, they are loving. They wave at you. They bend down to see you. They're kind of like pets in a way. They're just so cute. So one of my dreams, I walked up, I was shown by the great gardener, and I was a child, and he was very big, and he showed me about the seeds. So I walked up to the tree, and I had to ask the tree for some fruit. And the tree, like, literally took its branch and lowered its branch down to me and let me pick the fruit off. And I had to tell the tree thank you, and I did. And it, like, put its leaf on my face like that. And I just loved it so much. Then I was instructed to eat the fruit. And then I was shown that I should, either chew the seeds or take the seeds and spit on them, right? And then let them dry. And my DNA interacts with the seed. And then I take the seed and I plant it in the ground. And then that plant is now tuned to my DNA. And that plant is going to produce for specifically my DNA. And it's going to give vital life to my body. So in the future, though, I saw lots and lots of trees. And everybody's job was to take care of the garden. We didn't have jobs like people have today. Everybody literally just got up and we all took our part in our caring of the garden. And we had our special trees that we had just for us, and everybody was allowed to have that. Yeah, and man just really understood that we were all the angels and that we welcome each other and we took care of each other, and there wasn't a lot of pressure and killing and pain and suffering, and it really was a loving environment. Because we all truly recognized each other as being connected as a human family, right? We weren't like the animals anymore. We were likened to gods. Which I think that that's what we should all get to the point of understanding, that we're literally all gods here, and we should love each other and treat each other as such. So with the garden, it is real and it is going to come, and we have to take our part in creating it today. So I encourage people, start planning your spring garden in advance. Practice.